Michael?
Hey folks, Darren here. Welcome back to the channel. I said on the last video that I didn't have a great deal of Halloween movies when it comes to the middle section of the franchise to probably showcase. And someone suggested, why don't you double up? So this is me doubling up. I'm going to talk about Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 on this episode. Now, Halloween 4 I saw in the cinema back in 1990, I think it was, early 1990. It was released kind of almost a good 18 months after in the UK. And I managed to see it in the local cinema that I was actually working at in the time. And so, given its limited run, I was very fortunate to be able to see it on the big screen. And it was a great experience. I really did enjoy it because Halloween 4 is one of the more popular and kind of well-respected entries in the franchise. It's certainly up there as one of the more popular sequels, and it's been good to kind of follow this over the years with the various different versions that have come out from, you know, territories like the UK and the US. So I'm going to look at some of the UK and US releases today. First off, I think I had an ex-rental copy back in around about, it would have been the mid-90s or something like that, and that was on Brave World in the UK, and you can see the cover there for that particular version. A 4:3 pan and scan. We weren't into widescreen VHS territory at that point, and so not really getting the whole movie on that particular VHS. And then I think I had a sell-through VHS version that came like a few years after that. But my first Halloween 4 DVD came in the early 2000s in the UK with the Anchor Bay release, this particular one here. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, Special Edition. I'll give you a little glance of that one. It's still in quite good nick, actually. I was quite surprised. There's the reverse of it, and we can see those special features there. Optional, newly created 5.1 Dolby surround sound. Inside Halloween 4 featurette, original mono soundtrack. Thank you very much, because we all know on the end credits it said that it was in ultra stereo, but they gave us it in mono. And a trailer. I'll pop this open so you can have a look inside. There we go. There's a little booklet in there, and you can see the DVD. 18 rated in the UK. This is Region 2, so wouldn't play in the US. Have a look at the little booklet. There we go, you can see, still in really good condition. I'll open that out so you can have a look inside. A little bit of spiel inside there, and also the chapter titles. And then on the back, you can see all the other releases that Anchor Bay were doing around the time. Evil Dead, Nosferatu, House 2, Madman, Halloween, and Halloween 5. So that was the Anchor Bay release, and I kind of held on to that for a lot of years. I got a lot of use out of that because I'd got rid of the VHS. I sort of wish that I'd hung on to that VHS, I kind of, for nostalgic reasons. But no, I got rid of it along with all my other VHSs and started anew with DVD. And, you know, in the early days of DVD, Halloween 4 was one that I purchased. And I kept that all the way through until 2014, when the Scream Factory box set came out. And I got this one here. This is part of the Scream Factory box set. 10 years ago, he changed the face of Halloween. Tonight, he's back. Show you the reverse there as well. We have an audio commentary with actors Ellie Cornell and Daniel Harris. Audio commentary with director Dwight H. Little and author Justin Beam. And a theatrical trailer. Not too much on this at all. And then inside, you can see the actual Blu-ray release there. This is region A, so wouldn't play in the UK unless you had a chipped Blu-ray player or a hacked Blu-ray player or multi-region Blu-ray player, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I had to buy a multi-region Blu-ray player to be able to watch this. 11 years ago I purchased this copy, and then eventually it was superseded by the Scream Factory 4K version, which came out around about 3-4 years ago, which is that one there. That's the alternate artwork. on the slipcase. I'll show you the rear of the slipcase first. There you go. A new 2021 4K scan of the original camera negative. New Dolby Atmos mix is what we like to see. That audio commentary with Ellie Cornell and Daniel Harris, and then the audio commentary with Dwight H. Little, which was on the previous version. The Blu-ray also has the same new 4K scan. And Making of Halloween 4 Final Cut, The Making of Halloween 4, Horror's Hallowed Grounds, a look at the film's locations, theatrical trailer, TV spots, and stills gallery. So the main thing here for me was the inclusion of it being Dolby Vision and Atmos compatible. And that's why I bought that. So I can crack that open for you. Pretty much similar to the other Scream Factory version that came out. Other than that, it's got the collector's edition title across the top there. I don't think, yeah, we have the reversible artwork as well, which I'll give you another close look of. It's kind of okay. You know, a lot of people aren't really fans of this alternate artwork that we get. I've had a few comments of people saying that they held back on buying it because of those slip covers and the new artwork. But no, that is a really cool release, and again, one of my favorites in the franchise. Probably maybe fourth or fifth favorite Halloween entry. I really do like it. And mask aside, which is obviously the sticking point for everybody within this film, Dwight H. Little really did kind of bring Michael back with a bang. It was a really cool return to the franchise. The mask, everybody has problems with that, but over the years I've got over it. I think it would have been cool, as a lot of people feel, to see Michael in the bandages throughout the film. That would probably been more acceptable than that particular mask that we got, or the mask in the school at that point as well, when he throws Loomis through the door. But, you know, it's kind of forgivable, and the movie's got great characters in it. Obviously, Donald Pleasance returned. You've got Hoffman in there as well. Sheriff Beaker. And then some really cool characters as well amongst the teens in the film, with Kelly Meeker, Brady, Rachel, some really, really strong characters in this film. So a good, solid return to the franchise. However, a year later, they brought us Halloween 5, which was tough as a Halloween fan. I didn't see it until, I guess, around about late 1990, probably a year after its release. I'd managed to acquire a copy because it wasn't on release in the UK. It didn't have a cinema release whatsoever, Halloween 5. And so I had to acquire it through other means. And watching it on a kind of really darkly washed out and wobbly third or fourth generation VHS, it really didn't whet my appetite as a Halloween fan, and I was somewhat disappointed with it. It's a movie that a lot deemed to be one of the worst in the franchise. However, I find it one of the worst in the franchise, but I find it watchable. I find it a movie that I can have a lot of fun with. It has Donald Pleasance in there with one of the best lines in the whole franchise.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I knew that hell would not have him.
But the movie as a whole feels so alien to what came before, just 12 months earlier. It has a lot of fans. It does have a lot of fans. Those that were introduced to the Halloween franchise in 1989 at this stage, and this was maybe their first experience of a Halloween movie, tend to gravitate towards it, and that's cool. I think that's really cool. My first experience with Halloween was the original film back in about 1981-82, and so I'm always going to gravitate towards that. But Halloween 5 is kind of a stain in the franchise for me. It's so different to any of the others that it's a shame that they couldn't carry on the same themes and mood and look and aesthetic to Halloween 4 when they continued this. But still, as a Halloween fan, I had to have the original X-Rental VHS, which was, I think, released by Capitol Home Video in the UK. Like in the US, I think 4 and 5 may have been released on Fox. But in the UK, they were different distributors, and so Capital Home Video was the company that released it over here. And I had that for a long time until I think around about 2001 again, when Anchor Bay brought out this DVD. Halloween 5 Revenge of Michael Myers Special Edition. Michael Lives, and this time they're ready. Now, Frank and I over on TSL Movie Podcast are always confused by that tagline on this film. This time they're ready. Well, who's ready? Because as far as I'm concerned in this film, Michael wins the day. Nobody's ready. They all get killed. So it's kind of an odd thing to plaster all over the marketing and to use the original mask on a lot of the artwork as well. But let's have a look at what's on this. I'll give you a closer look of this front cover here. Still in good nick, 24, 25 years later. There's the back cover. Special features on this are it's widescreen, enhanced for 16:9 TVs. There's also a full frame presentation as well. Theatrical trailer, optional newly created 5.1 Dolby surround sound, inside Halloween 5 featurette, a trailer, original mono soundtrack, introduction by stars Danielle Harris and Ellie Cornell, inside Halloween 5 documentary featuring rare behind-the-scenes footage, a cutscene, and interviews with Danielle Harris, Ellie Cornell, Mustafa Akkad, Rob Draper, the cinematographer, and Don Shanks, who played Michael Myers. So there you go. I'll crack open and show you the inside. There we are, still in very good condition. This is Region 2. Region, what do they call it over here? No, it would be Region 2. A Region 2 DVD, is that correct? Yeah, that's what they were in the UK. A, B, and C are for Blu-rays. I think Region 1, 2, and 3, 4 were for DVDs. It's a while ago now, I can't remember. There's the little inlay card, or whatever you want to call it. And all the chapter titles in there. And that picture of Michael Myers, whereas he looks like some sort of gopher. Poor mask. A really poor mask. Like, it couldn't get any worse than Halloween 4. They went and did the Halloween 5 mask, which a lot of people say looks like Nick Cage in some instances. But yeah, Halloween 5, the Anchor Bay UK Region 2 release was what I had for a lot of years until the 2014 Scream Factory box set came along, and we got this one here, which is cool. Again, along with all the other ones, you'd see Halloween 5 on Blu-ray for the first time, and there were a lot of... Was it for the first time? Somebody will correct me on that. I can't remember if it was on Blu-ray for the first time. Perhaps it wasn't. Perhaps there were Blu-rays before this. But it was the first time I got it on Blu-ray. On the back cover, you can see the special features are audio commentary with actor Don Shanks and author Justin Beam, audio commentary with Dominic Othene and Gerard, and actors Danielle Harris and Jeffrey Landman, Halloween 5 on set, Halloween 5 original promo, and the theatrical trailer. So some of the extras that are on this Halloween 5 Anchor Bay version haven't made it across to this Scream Factory version, which is a shame. You thought they would have bundled everything and pushed it across, but no, doesn't seem to be on there. It was great though that it was in Dolby Digital True HD 5.1. Probably, I think it was the first time I'd heard it in that particular sound format. And yeah, for a good kind of 6-7 years, this was my go-to with Halloween 5. Like I said, don't watch it too much. Maybe I watched it 4 or 5 times during that period. And then again, the Scream Factory 2001 version came along, and there was a lot of speculation when this was first announced. Were we going to get that kind of SWAT team massacre that we were promised? We know was shot but never quite made it to the film. But we got that introduction with that odd character and the guy with the parrot, and who kind of nursed Michael back to health over that year-long period. Dr. Death is his name, or something like that. I can't remember. I'll just show you the back. So there you go, a new 4K scan of the from the original camera negative, an Atmos mix, audio commentary with Don Shanks and author Justin Bean, audio commentary with Dominic Athenian Gerard and actors Danielle Harris and Jeffrey Landman, and then the Blu-ray with the same commentaries on there. You've got Inside Halloween 5, The Making of Halloween 5, Horror's Hallowed Grounds, a look at the film's locations, on-set, behind-the-scenes footage, Halloween 5 promo, theatrical trailer, and TV spots. And then if I open it up inside, it's reversible artwork, pretty much the same as you see on the front there. And there we go, collector's edition, 4K UHD Blu-ray. And this time they're ready. Who's fucking ready? No one's ready. Yeah, so that's the, if you're interested in buying Halloween 5, I'd recommend this version. If you have a UK Blu-ray and you only have Blu-ray, then this won't play unless you've got a multi-region Blu-ray player. It's region locked. However, the 4K disc, as we all know, is kind of universal and will play. So yeah, that's the one I recommend. So that's it, folks. That's Halloween 4 and 5 ticked off. I will do 6 and 7 next, put those two together. I may even do 6, 7, and 8 as a batch and then move on to Rob Zombie before the David Gordon Green ones. But yeah, again, thank you so much, guys, for supporting these videos. I've had as I said on my live stream the other day, I've had like a good 500 subs over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and it's really nice to see. It's really cool to see. I'm glad everybody's enjoying the content. I'll carry on with these. I'm also going to drop some other physical media videos over this weekend, so watch out for those. But yeah, probably be Monday or Tuesday before I put another Halloween one out. Just like to give them time to breathe a couple of days, you know, make sure that everybody's seeing them and that YouTube is pushing them out there. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. If you haven't liked this video, then please like it. It really will help this video get out there to other physical media and Halloween fans. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then maybe consider it. I'd really appreciate that. In the meantime, I shall be back very soon. Cheers.